Human. Human, please wake up. You are exhausted, I understand, but I need you to wake up just for a mere moment. Do you recall signing up for an extraterrestrial exam, ET for short? What do we have here? So, with one look, I notice your features are rather symmetrical. Focus at the end of this thing for me. Just follow with those eyes. I see. I would just like to move on to your hearing modules here. So, a simple touch like this, how does that feel? Human. Human, please wake up. You are exhausted, I understand, but I need you to wake up just for a mere moment. Hello there. Welcome to quadrant 2649 of our solar system. We are southwest of the planet, of your planet known as Earth, and we will return you momentarily once we have all the info we need. Firstly, I must stress that you are not a prisoner here, merely a participant. Do you recall signing up for an extraterrestrial exam, ET for short? If I recall, you did so on your online spider web. Is that how they refer to it? The interweb. Apologies. But I must ask, are you still interested in participating? The tests are simple, and they're merely just to help us understand your species. Thank you very much. Well then, before we begin, I feel like I should just tell you my name. I suppose in your language it would be... Yes, quite unique, I imagine, in your terms. But pleasantries aside for the minute, I would just like to take a moment just to have a good look at you. So let me just get myself prepared here. You merely don't need to do anything, just stay still for me. Okay, so let me get my clicker again. What do we have here? So, with one look, I notice your features are rather symmetrical. I notice two eyes, what do we have here? Are these your hearing modules? I believe you like to call them ears. Two ears. Apologies. This crazy fur of mine. But then we have two ears, and yet I only see one mouth. Would you please just open that up for me? Thank you. I would just like to have a good look inside. I see two sets of teeth. These are teeth, the things you chew with for when you're consuming food. And then could you just stick out that pink thing for me? And I believe this is what you would call a tongue. Is that correct? Okay, and then would you be able to just say some kind of phrase for me? Let's just say ah. Can you just say ah for me? Give me one moment. I believe I need something just to... I would just like to count those mouth bones of yours. So just open up again for me. Okay, let's see now. We have at the bottom here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. And then from the top we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Interesting. I noticed that from the sides your certain teeth appear to be different shapes, different sizes, especially at the back. I see that some appear a lot more different than the rest. I would assume that must be for tearing of some kind. Thank you very much. But now, let me just have a better look at your face. Where have I put my device? There we go. Again, feel free to just stay still for me. Would you be able to just focus at the end of this thing for me? Just follow with those eyes. I see. So research dictates that you are able to track something with these eyes. Would you be able to do the same with my phalanges here? Or I believe you would call them fingers. Just focus on these for me. That's incredibly fascinating. And then what if I just get a bit closer here and I just put this light toward your eyes here? Interesting. The very center, that black dot in the center, tends to shrink and then dilate. I suppose what our research said about human eyes being rather sensitive was certainly accurate. Are you able to get a direct look at the sunlight? I believe that Earth is capable of having sunlight, is that correct? Yes, but you can't take a direct look at it. I see. That is quite unfortunate. We seem to be able to stare at it for quite some time. And yet, our eyes seem relatively similar. So tell me, are you capable of changing your eye color at all? No. And what type of color did you choose when you were born? Oh, you do not get a choice. It is what you are born with. Incredible. You humans are something special. So now, just a slight poke here and there. It seems as though your skin is rather soft. And of course, is it true that the type of skin each human has is dependent on said human? So not every single one is the same then. Does that also include skin tone as well? As in brighter and darker skin tones dependent on the human? I see. Okay, well, that's enough of that. I would like to get apologies. Just like to have a good feel here. Let me just touch here. Fascinating. It's actually rather soft at the touch. Has your skin always been like this, or did you get it modified? Really? Incredible. Let me just switch visual orbs here. And correct me if I'm incorrect, but did your planet just go round in a full circle just recently? I believe that you would celebrate that time. As for you, it would be a brand new year. Is that correct? And what year are we in now? Our study said 1955. 2024. Oh dear, oh dear. We appear to be completely off. That is unfortunate. We'll have to get those records updated as soon as possible. Thank you. Okay. And then let me just get both of these visual orbs down again. Did you know that these also count as an extra pair of eyes as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right behind them another 2 more. I must say, the idea that you only have 2 eyes is fascinating. I don't understand how you're able to even see all that much, but that is a topic for another day. For now, I just want to get a good look at your face here. Okay. So, from what we gather here, it seems as though your skin cells are very minuscule and you have many. Are you able to remove them or extract them at all, the skin cells? What about this fur on your head? Does it stay clean? I've heard that humans are, if you'll excuse me if I'm offensive, but rather unhygienic. You need to rather bathe yourselves quite often. Is that correct? I would suppose on a planet so dirty there is no other option. That does sound like a pain, but I believe for the moment I've seen enough of your face. I would just like to move on to your hearing modules here. So, a simple touch like this, how does that feel? You seem rather relaxed at the touch. Do you mind if I have a quick investigation of both, one at a time? Thank you. I do appreciate your cooperation. I do have to say that. I understand that humans are not very familiar with aliens, but these exams are quite a favorite of a few of you. Is that correct? And how does this feel? The shape is rather fascinating, much different from mine here. I was not sure what to expect as I've never seen a human before, but you are something special. What do they say? The term that you humans use to describe someone you find fond of looking at. What was it? Attractive? Yes, you're very attractive. But as for your ears, I noticed that you appear to have a hole right inside there. Does that lead to the brain? I thought so. But this is also how you produce sound. Is that correct? So what if I just... I see. The thing about my ears are that we are able to detect what you are hearing. So you can hear that, but as can I. That does sound rather satisfying, I must admit. So, allow me to conduct a quick test. Would you be able to please just close your eyes for me? And could you tell me if you hear a sound on the left or... Wait, is it my left or your left? Never mind. But let me just... Tell me if you can hear a sound on here or here. So keep those eyes closed for me. Just going to stay silent for just a moment. I'm still here. Yes, keep going. And then once more. Incredible. Okay then. Let me move on to the next test. I was still going to focus on those ears, but allow me to get a couple of my instruments here. I would just like to give them a good scraping. Now this won't be aggressive, and it certainly shouldn't hurt, but if it does, please let me know. I would just like to just have a feel here. I did notice that whilst you were waking, there was a little bit of space lice that have appeared to have invaded your ears here. They are entirely harmless, but more annoying, if nothing else. So let's just have a look, see here. Just let me scrape these away here. So we have 2 ears here. Do you have any more? Do you have any on the back of your neck, or your body, your shoulders, or your hands? Just the 2. You appear to be getting rather drowsy. Are you still feeling tired? As I said, you are a guest here, and we won't cause you any distress. If you do feel any, please inform me and we will stop. Your species is quite amazing and I would like to know more, so the last thing we want to do is cause you any discomfort. That should do for now. I would like to move on to the next test. That's just giving you a quick scan here. You needn't do anything. You're more than welcome to close those visual orbs, or you may just keep them open. I would just like to do a quick scan of you and your ears. Just get prepared. There we go. Then, again, I would just like to do another scan. And second thought, let me just test something here. I'd like you to tell me if you could hear these sounds that I'm about to produce. This should be rather relaxing, hopefully so. Can you hear that? This should be rather familiar, I would assume. Just get a closer look at you again. You're quite fascinating. Okay, let's just turn those off. Nice. Now then, I would like to just measure your features just for a moment. While I just get another look. Have you been measured before? And with these type of exams, have you ever had one before? And how many? That's quite a few. Are you a fan? And do all humans have that many exams? So recently, perhaps. I see. That's good to know. Thank you. Okay, let's just get a bit closer here. Numbers do seem accurate. Okay. Now, for our final part, just like a good look inside those ears to get a good look at your brain, if that's okay. And rather than using our own technology, just because we aren't entirely sure if it's safe, I'll be blunt, but do have this little thing, is what I believe that you would call an otoscope. It seems as though you humans have already, that you already are prepared for this type of thing, so I thought we'd get one of our own and just utilize that. So let's just insert this otoscope in 3, 2. That is quite different to what I expected. It is rather easy to see what goes on. Let me just have a good look here. We're just going to turn it around without the entire ear. Now, unfortunately, I'm unable to get a good look at the brain, but that isn't surprising. It is rather hidden right in the top, like a castle. So I suppose we would need another different method, but I'm worried that that would cause some distress, so we won't do that today, and certainly not without your consent. So let me just try with this one. We'll insert the otoscope in 3, 2. So much like your eyes and the outer layer of the ears, both sides appear to have relatively similar looks. What I mean by that is both ears appear to look the same on the inside as they do on the outside. Humans do appear rather symmetrical with your features. Let's just go all the way around here. And then let me get another look here, just to make sure. I do see some yellow type of substance. Is that normal? Wax. I see. And does that often just stay in place, or do you need it removed? I see. Yeah, it seems to be the same here as well. Also have this type of yellow substance too. But as you said, it's harmless. Okay. Right then, my friend. That was very eventful. You have been an astounding participant, and I would love to have you back if you would be willing. Any future tests will be the same as now. They will be rather harmless and hopefully enjoyable. You do seem rather relaxed, and as of now we have all the knowledge we need. We will update this into our files, see what this means, try to learn more about you, and hopefully we'll get to see you again. Does that sound okay? Well then, in that case, I think it's about time that we send you back off to sleep and put you right back into your bed. And then we will see you again. For the moment, we are unfortunately going to have to wipe your memory. But it will return when you see us again, so we needn't have to explain this over again, okay? Well then, in that case, thank you so much for your cooperation. And until next time, take care, my human friend.